Welcome back, everyone, to the Forgotten City, part 21, and I'm your host, Karos. And we have the serum that we need to treat her, because we're going to need her in order to move a side story. So let's do it.
What are you doing in here? She needs the
Yes, I
resin
know.
of a plant called Sylphium, but
I have it. Here, take it.
what? Quick,
Take a little.
Give it here. Iulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
That's what he said.
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing, and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
We resolved the lead. Yes. I'm a time traveler.
A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself.
She could help me save
She might
mine.
even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her.
It was
and
herself.
Who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Thank you. I'll be going
That's
now.
a shame. Thanks again for saving Iulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Yes. Oh, she's up. Let's talk. Don't cry. We helped you out.
Oh, it's you.
Iulia.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
You should have stayed in bed. What happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
I want to know how someone poisoned you without breaking the golden rule.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
She did it herself. We already know. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Thank you.
Do you know anything about Scintilla's disappearance?
No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. It's very sad. She was such a lovely young woman. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's villa for months before she went missing, so I can't help you, I'm afraid.
She was locked up. Cynthia mentioned you were planning to escape a few months ago.
I was. And look where it got me.
What happened?
I can tell you, but it's a long story.
I have nothing but time.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Why would he lend you so much money? Thinking you'd be out of here before you could pay back the loan?
I'm not proud of it, but yes, I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Iulia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
What's hemlock?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She
Pretty much
pointed to
killed.
a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and
She poisoned you, huh? Well,
she
in a way.
laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Surely that would have broken the rule?
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
So you poisoned yourself. I already knew.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
Drank. You're not exactly innocent. I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other.
Yep.
I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So what happened to you now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Can I do anything else?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
How much would it cost to buy your freedom?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night.
Yeah, you might want to stop that.
He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Perhaps I can help him too.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to
time
help
travel.
me, but thank you.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright. but please don't take too long.
So what's your
You
story?
mean my life story? Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river.
Down to
and
the
then,
river.
The next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
So I did it.
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing, given what's happened since.
I understand. So do you know a way out?
If that's your idea of a joke,
It wasn't a joke.
I know what kind of person you are.
Said the wrong thing there.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Well, that's all for now. We're going to pick it up in the next part as we attempt to talk to the priestess and maybe she can update us on some stuffs. I'll catch you guys then. Feel free to hit that like and leave a comment as I enjoy reading those. And if you're really feeling daring, hit that subscribe button for more content because I am worth it. Shall catch you then.